Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Zach, and I'm going to bring you the second and third time I smoked weed. Because I can't remember the exact order, but anyways, this was the first and second time I actually did get high off weed. Because the first time I smoked weed for like a week straight, like every day, once or twice a day, and never got high for some reason. I always say the first time you don't do it. Some people say after 2 hours they can get high and shit. Anyways, the whole first couple of days I smoked weed, never got anything. So that was at the end. That was like the summer of my 8th grade year of school. Obviously 8th grade. Well, whatever. Then I went to freshman year in high school. And I was looking for weed. I was like, dude, I'm gonna get high. At this point, I was watching people like Token Daily and shit every day, and I thought smoking weed was like the bombest shit ever. And I thought it was like, dude, I'm gonna get so high and I'm gonna be a stoner for life. And later I'll do what I think of weed now. But anyways, I was like 15, freshman in high school, just got out of 8th grade, so it was like cool to be like this stoner. Oh, I'm gonna smoke weed and everything. So I found this kid, and he was like, yeah, dude, I get weed all the time. And he didn't really get weed all the time. But anyways, he got weed on a decent basis. And so he's like, all right, give me $10. I'll get you some weed. And then you can come over to my house. So I did. Later that week, I don't know, maybe I talked to him on Monday and gave him money on Wednesday. He picked up the weed when he got home. There was a kid across the street from him that sold weed. And he got $10 in this skag, dude. He got skag weed, like Mexican red brick weed. I mean, it was literally like this clump. It looked like dead grass was just like glued together. It was horrible. But anyways, I had no tolerance to weed. One of my first times ever smoking. And he had a bubbler. So I just took bong rip after bong rip after bong rip. A little bubbler hit. And I just kept on holding it. And then blowing it out, and I smoked a decent amount, and I got really high. And the first 20 times I smoked weed, it almost immobilized me. Literally I was walking super slow and everything, and this other kid, he didn't hold it in, and he was a dumbass with weed. So anyways, he ran down the stairs, he put something in the microwave. It probably takes me 10 minutes to walk down 20 stairs, out of a bathroom, 5 feet across, and then down the stairs and into the kitchen. So I did that eventually, and I'm like, dude, are you high? And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm high. I'm like, blazed. I'm like, dude, no, you're not. You're being retarded, man. No way you can walk that fast high, because I'd only smoked with people that didn't smoke that much weed, so everyone was immobile and shit, and walked a tenth of a mile an hour, man. And so I was used to just people being like zombies. So anyways, he cooked some food, we chill, we watch a movie and everything, and I just enjoyed the high and everything. And so that was a good adventure. I mean, we did listen to music and stuff. We listened to Double Rainbow and Marijuana by 1200 micrograms, and watch the greatest trip experience or shroom experience video, whatever, on YouTube. I don't know. I'll put the URLs in the description if I remember. But anyways, that was one of the first times I ever smoked weed. Either the second or third time. And then another time with the guy who got me weed for the first time, and we chilled at his house. He still smoked tennies. For the first forever we smoked tennies, and I still smoke out of tennies. I think they're pretty kick-ass, but obviously glass is better. But anyways, tennies are quick. Smoke a bowl, crumple it up and throw it out in the woods or whatever. No one's gonna find it. No trace, no paraphernalia, no anything. You go back with the lighter. But anyways, so we smoked out of. He had 2 tennies in his room. They're both resin to fuck, so you could barely get good hits. But anyways, we smoked out of a tenny. And I tried to make my own tennies, first of all. I brought 2 tennies to his house. I thought, oh, dude, we're each going to have one. And they really weren't that bad. We could have used them, but he's like, dude, that's retarded. They look so messed up. And I'm like, dude, I've only smoked weed twice. I don't know how to do this. He said it was all good. And anyways, he pulled out the tennies. We packed them. and we smoked a shit ton of weed. And this time he actually did buy $60 of weed. And since we got mids, it was we got a quarter. We had 8 grams of weed, man. And it was mids, but it didn't matter. We were both low tolerance fucks and got stoned. So anyways, so we're smoking. We probably smoked like 2 or 3 grams legit of mids. And then I was pretty high. I don't exactly remember what we did. Oh, actually I do. Then since he had a lot more experience, he was still high, but he wasn't like super high and everything. He was like, he had smoked enough to where it was just like to the point where you can enjoy weed and you're not just totally like brain dead on it. Anyway, so he turned on 1200 micrograms marijuana video, with the little spirals and everything, and it goes to the faces. I'll put the URL in the description, like I said. And yeah, I really thought when I first started smoking weed that like those videos were awesome, and the ones with the circles that just go in, it's kind of like the little lollipop thing, and it goes in and then it goes out. Like I thought those were awesome to watch when you were high, but they're not really. They're stupid. They don't work, but they're cool to watch when you're high. I guess it's entertainment. But anyways, we watched a bunch of those videos and shit, and then we went outside, jumped on this trampoline and everything. And then we came back in, smoked a little bit more weed, not that much, just enough to get the high back up. And then we chilled and watched TV in his room. Maybe played some video games and stuff. I remember also a big thing for me when I first started smoking weed was turning on porn. Not for myself, just to screw with people and just make people pissed off. But anyways, so I did that, and then I remember going back. And my friend lives with his grandparents, and they're kind of weird. So every time I go over there, he just tells them that, like, me and him will make a plan that I'll sleep over there. Like, my family would take me down, they'd rent a hotel, and I'd tell him I'm staying at his house tonight so we could get high and everything. So we'd do that, and I'd say, all right, and then his grandfather would come in, and he's like, yeah, is his parents coming? And I remember we were smoking weed and everything. He's like, yeah, they'll be here in like 15 minutes. And then his grandfather closes the door, and we continue to smoke. And then I take this hit, and at this point, we're literally probably 7.5 to 7 3/4 grams through the fucking mids. Now remember, we both don't have that much tolerance. So we split a quarter of mids to each other, with each other, in one day. And this was like my second or third time smoking. And I'd already smoked over 4 grams of mids in one day. And I remember I just hit the ball, and I literally just slowly fell over. Like it was like slow-mo almost. And I fell real slow, and then I landed because I couldn't even keep up, man. I remember I was like half asleep, and I hear him. His grandfather comes back. He's like, no, he's going to stay the night and everything. And then I just fell asleep, and I woke up the next morning, still laying on his floor. He got up into his bed, and he enjoyed his high, and he was up all night probably. But anyways, yeah, I just passed out because I'd smoked over 4 grams to myself. And when I smoke, I'm like a tank, man. Even when I first started, I would take 1,000,000 hits, huge hits, and I hold them in and everything. So, yeah. And we'd go outside and smoke cigs and stuff. Even when he was 16, 17, he had connects from when he was like 13, 14. He still had a pack of cigarettes every day. And so, we'd smoke cigarettes and everything. And we'd smoke them outside. And we'd use Zax and everything. So when I went back to my parents, I wouldn't smoke cigarettes. And that was a problem with the other kid that I was told about earlier in this video. He was a dumbass. He liked smoking cigarettes in his house, so I reeked when I went back to my parents, and that was stupid, and I ended up getting in trouble for that. But this other kid, man, I've smoked cigarettes with him 100 million times and everything, and there was no problem. So I'll tell other high stories, high adventures, different things, and I'll tell about my first smoking a cigarette story and everything in other videos. But thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. See you in my next episode, guys. Peace out.